Good morning. You are listening to the Roundup podcast with the usual Tres Amigos. And we got Nick's over there fiddling with cameras and setting up shop like Batman.
Yeah,
he's got like a rabbit's foot on top of your camera. It's sick. I'm backing it up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it was a nice sight this morning. What's going on, Vic?
Not much. Just the weekend was a lot of fun. Just being able to hang out with dudes.
Yeah. You know what I realized this weekend?
What?
What'd you realize?
Alcohol is such a crazy thing. No, and like I mean that honestly, because it's like, dude, Saturday night, everyone's lives going to shambles, right? Everyone's getting in fights with their girlfriends. Everyone's getting, at the party there was a bunch of fights. Like on Saturday, everything goes to hell. And Sunday is like the rebuilding day for everybody.
Yeah.
Alcohol, I can't wait to be done with school and not have to like binge drink anymore. You know what I mean? And not saying like what?
Wait. You're saying after college you're not binge drinking anymore?
No. God no.
That is insane.
Why is that insane, Victor?
Because you're going to have one of those... No, I'm not saying you're going to do it consistently every weekend, but I'm like saying, you're just going to do
What,
it
are you
like...
going to be 40 binge drinking, Victor?
Huh?
What, are you going to be 40 years old getting hammered?
No, but I mean, like, you're still in your prime, Jamie. You're still in your prime.
Exactly. I'm in my prime. I don't want to have to keep rebuilding my life. My life's on, I mean, like, if it happens authentically, like, it's different. Like, back home and stuff, it's like...
Yeah.
Like, Thursday night for me, I wasn't even, like... I didn't have the intentions of going out to, like, a party. I didn't. I didn't even want to go to the bar. But I just started vibing, and then I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, all right, I'll have a couple more, and that was a genuine good time. But when it's Saturday rolls around, it's like, I'm not condoning binge drinking, right? I'm not saying you have to be in college, but everyone else is drinking, so you start drinking. Next thing you know, you're pretty hammered, and you're getting a little sloppy, and I don't know. I just feel like I'm excited to not have to go through that. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
adds
up. It adds up.
I know where you're coming from.
Hangovers are not worth drinking. They're not. Dude, the whole day, your day's shot. Why? Because for 2 hours you wanted to get like really drunk? No, it's... I don't know. That's
my
my
situation was more like 5 hours, but that's besides the point.
I don't know. I just think it's not worth it. It's not. So if there's any young children out there listening to this right now, just
stay away from the silly juice.
It's not worth it. It's not. Especially, and not saying it in particular. I don't know. Then you start getting people, drinking and driving. And
God,
good.
Yeah.
It's no good.
No good.
The stand, Jamie. I don't know how you use this mic.
What?
It's like, I don't know.
I know, you have to fight it. I'm burping, but you got to fight it because it keeps like rising. And it's a pain.
Well, like, one thing I could say is that, like, what adds up in like all this process of rebuilding your life is people just don't know how to handle themselves sometimes.
Well,
within
reason, Vic, that was deep.
Well, my thing is, right,
I was setting up the camera. I jumped into this conversation late, and that was deep.
You can't handle yourself, right? But when you start like messing with the there reaches a point where you can't. Nobody can. When you reach, if you pass a certain level of alcohol, it's impossible. Like, you can't.
Okay, so can we at least come to a compromise on this? You can't blame alcohol for all your decisions. Part of it is you. Like a good majority of it is
for sure.
you.
I think,
sure.
yeah, a good majority. Yeah, exactly.
To a degree, it is kind of a truth serum. That's what they say, and it's like, you wouldn't do anything. I don't know. I'm not an alcohol expert. I'm not.
Yeah.
But I just think it's a pretty crazy thing. And it's funny. It's funny because it's like, for some of the mistakes people make, and for some of the stuff that goes wrong while drinking on a Saturday night, for example, is it worth it? Is it worth it? I don't know.
I don't think it's worth it at some point. At times, yes.
Well, a lot of people,
fun,
it's peer pressure. A lot of people peer pressure gets to them. And that's what does it. And peer pressure is a really bad thing. But I don't know. We don't have to go. We don't have to spend too much time on this. It's just funny. I just think it was funny.
It's just a funny thing to talk about at this point.
Everyone's in like a rebuilding point on Sundays because they had wanted to drink. I don't know. But let's see what's next. What's next on the agenda? Oh, I want to talk about this. And I'm not going to use any names, but I did have like a little realization on. Get off Snapchat.
No, I'm not on
You know, people love drama.
Yes.
What is up with that? And I'm not going to use a name in particular, but so I was listening to somebody last night, and they were just talking, and dude, they love drama. People love drama, and I don't get it. It's bizarre. And I guess it kind of goes in with the alcohol thing, I guess. But, like, dude, drama, like, you're 21, 22 years old.
Yeah, you don't need drama.
You don't. Like,
No.
come on. Well, I'm not even saying it's, and I mean, there are adults who love drama, you know? And my thing with it, at least what I feel like, dude, to me, drama is such a bad trait to have. Like, people who, like, love drama and are always thinking about other people, to me, that's just, like, isn't that just a sign of somebody just being bored? You know, like, who has the free time to sit there and hate on somebody and constantly be thinking about other people? Like, I don't know. I think it's crazy.
It's definitely something else.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's just my view on drama and, like, getting involved in other people's drama is just, like, the fact that my life's my own. My life's already crazy enough. My life is just, like, it's already enough for me to handle. I don't want to deal with other people's BS. It's not my...
Well, my thing is, right, if somebody's spending that much time worrying about other people and other things, that's time you could be spending thinking about yourself.
Exactly.
And this is some weird conversations to have right off the bat and at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was just thinking about these things yesterday while hungover. Because when you're hungover, you're just
You're
thinking
just
all day.
contemplating
Yeah,
life.
exactly. You're having these deep thoughts. Yeah, no, this week was a good time though.
It was a good time.
Victor, I'm 6-0 in Mario Strikers.
I know.
I've never lost a tournament.
Wait,
I
Super,
beat Muff
Super
up.
Strikers?
Yeah, Chris Snow has
on
it.
GameCube?
We've been doing tournaments.
On GameCube.
You got to hop in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude,
Tournaments get crazy.
Have you played?
I haven't played.
You're into it, dude.
I've fought my brothers through this game. This is this is like a childhood
That
classic.
game
of mine.
is incredible.
Is this you guys are first?
No,
timers?
dude. I'm like the Brett Favre. I'm out of retirement right now, and I'm winning championships.
That's what I'm saying. I'm ready to come back out.
Nick, I'm filthy.
All right, we should bring it in here. We should play.
We should totally.
Yeah. Chris, please, if you're listening, bring it here.
I'm filthy.
Yeah,
I'm 6-0 in tournament play, bro. I've won 2 championships already.
dude, that's nuts.
Keep them coming.
That's wild.
I'm nuts.
That's wild.
Yeah, no, great game. It's just funny because, like, dude, video games were so much better then.
Yeah.
Like, that beats
Agreed.
FIFA and Madden and NBA and, like,
Who do you play as?
I'm a Yoshi guy.
And then who's your?
Well, I won yesterday or Saturday night. I won as Waluigi.
But then Waluigi. But who do you
Birdos.
pick?
Birdos.
Oh, you always pick Birdos.
Dude, Birdos are low key
Dude,
filthy.
No way.
Yes, they are.
No, I always go with Mario usually or Luigi. Sometimes Wario.
What's your?
Always go with the Toads.
Dude, the Toads.
Because
I was playing
This
against
is
the Toads.
you got to go as like the paired combo. Yeah, this is what from playing this game for such a long time. You have to go with who goes together in the games. So like
Who goes to Birdo?
Birdo, I think
Is Yoshi.
DK maybe?
Yoshi, but that's like Yoshi's nemesis. But there's I think what's his name? Waluigi and Birdos. That's a good.
So you go with a Mario Toad combo?
Yeah, and you're coming out fast. You're coming out as a speed demon. If you're coming out like you can come out with Hammer Bros and like Luigi. That's a pretty good combo.
Okay.
Classic. You got to just think about in the game who'd like
What am I doing this?
if you're playing one of the Marios, who would want to work well together? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how you construct
Dude,
your team. And not a lot of people know that. That's keep that on the down
That's
low,
a very
you know?
good tip.
Yeah.
All right. I was playing.
Do you play power ups? No power ups. We've been playing no power ups because
I've never played no power ups, but yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Okay, you're that good.
No,
wow,
it
you're
just
calling
doesn't
stupid.
matter.
Oh. Well, if you're playing the game right, you won't give them power ups. Yeah.
Like yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
You have to earn the power ups. That's why like
Yeah.
some people just can't get them. Some people can get them.
I just think
Easily.
I guess you're
Yeah.
right.
I will say I was playing against the Toads last night, and they are rockets. When they play body, they are rockets.
Yeah, you got to always play body. You can't ever chase the ball in that game. You got to just play body.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
no.
It's all about
That's my one mistake.
You gotta
You have to hit.
you gotta hit, but not even that. You have to just like I don't know. There's a lot, dude. Can we get in a quick game after this?
Yeah. No, let's do it, dude.
Because I don't have class till 12. I need to just get it fixed.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'll show you a thing or two, maybe.
Wow.
We'll see.
Whoa. Dude, we got to get Mario Tennis, too. That was a great
I've
game.
never played that one.
Because he's got Mario, or Snow's got Mario Baseball.
Baseball's pretty good.
It's hard. Well, at least for me it is. I don't know, Snow's
it's
been working
different.
me all weekend. What are the other games? That Mario games? Is Mario?
Mario
We
Party
need
is
a
always
game.
fun.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's a classic.
Yeah, Mario Party.
I've lost friendships over Mario Party.
How many
say
turns do
naturally.
you usually play, Vic?
Play up to 35.
Oh, wow.
Anything less, is too crazy. 35, everybody gets an even amount of time to
But
get
35
stars.
is a lot.
That sounds like a lot. I've never-
It is, but at the same time, you just got to realize that sooner or later, somebody's going to steal. You're going to like those 35 turns because somebody's going to use a boo to steal your star and take you out of the lead.
That's how every game works, though, usually, you know? It's a matter of who gets the star.
It's a matter of who has boo.
That's why, yeah, exactly. And like some people, you can strategically not pick up the star. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's people who like strategically go around the star so that another person can pick it up so that boo can
and then
get
they
it.
can beat
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
It happens, you know?
How about okay, you guys remember what was it Luigi's Mansion?
Yes.
I've never played
Dude,
that.
that's a great. I used to be scared of it when I was a kid. It was just kind of.
I used to
wild.
play Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii. That was
Oh, I
that
remember
was-
that.
that
one.
was a little
That one was
underrated.
really.
Yeah.
That one was freaky.
It was
right?
different.
It was just really like trippy.
It was
right?
like Mario, whatever it was, 64, the one that's like 3D.
Yeah.
But like in space.
Dude, what was the paintbrush game?
Paintbrush.
It was like
With the huge
It was
hand?
Disney, I think so. Or like you were like Mickey Mouse and you.
I know what you're talking about.
Something wild.
And then you go to like different worlds, right?
Yeah,
I played that game.
What game was that?
I don't know.
Dude, GameCube was awesome.
Yeah,
I love
Billy
GameCube.
Hatcher. Does anyone know that game?
Billy Hatchet.
Yeah,
No.
it's me and my brother played. My two brothers played that too. It was like a really fun game.
Was that the action game?
No, it's like you're like there's these eggs and like you like roll them around, right?
Yep.
And then you get like these power ups and you like fight each other. You try to run each other over with these huge eggs, and you can get your egg like bigger and bigger and bigger.
I remember that game.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's intense.
Oh, I know what you're talking
I
about.
loved
I
that
didn't
game
own it,
when I was
but
a
my
kid.
buddy did. Yeah, okay.
And then what else? What else we have?
The James Bond games.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
dude,
dude.
those were
Even for
awesome.
Nintendo, do you guys play? I played a lot of Nintendo 64.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up on.
And then so I played GoldenEye.
Star Fox.
But yeah, Star Fox was
I love
crazy.
that game. What was the game?
Super Smash
Smooth-
is my
Smash
It
Bros.
was like my all-time favorite
yeah, of
game
course.
of all. Yeah.
Let me find. Oh, it's a GameCube. Resident Evil 4. I was
Oh
big
my
into
God,
Resident
yes.
Evil.
I don't know if I was allowed to play that yet.
I was too terrified. I played the opening scene, and I'd have to be like half in the room. You know what I'm saying? But
Impressive.
Resident Evil 4 still stays to this date as one of my favorite games.
all right, here's
I've never played it.
Here's a shot out of the dark. Pikmin.
I've never
Pikmin?
played Pikmin.
Oh
I
my
loved,
god,
I got it for.
I had it for
Easter
Wii.
one year. Yeah, dude, the game.
Not for GameCube,
Low
but
key is pretty fun.
it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's Super Smash and the one for Wii. Olimar.
Dude, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, it was.
Oh
terrible.
my
Those
God.
games were so sick. Dude, you
Even-
like hide in boxes and
Yeah.
like crawl around. That game was awesome.
What about Paper Mario? You guys play Paper Mario?
I never played
I
it. but
loved Paper
That game
Mario.
was
I
pretty
play
good.
as him in
And then
Striker
like the
or
Mario Kart, whatever it's called, doubles.
Yes.
Yeah, where you can like the tag team one,
whatever. Yeah.
where you could switch guys. That was crazy.
Soul Calibur. Classic.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Beautiful Joe. Did you ever play that one?
Yeah,
That
was
game was so
that's a-
hard though. I actually replayed it like I think it might have been 2 summers ago. But I grabbed my GameCube out of the attic and started playing it. Like, dude, hard game. It was one of those like side scroll
Yeah.
games.
You guys play Kirby? The Kirby games?
No.
They were intense.
Like I could see you as a Kirby guy.
Yeah.
I could see
That's
it.
nuts.
Who was your go-to guy in
Kirby.
in Smash Brothers?
Yeah,
It was Kirby.
Yeah,
Really?
for GameCube, definitely Kirby. N64, I'd say I was a Luigi. I'm a Luigi guy in every game.
Really?
I like Luigi. I think he's
cool.
The poke.
Yeah.
That's the best move of all time.
Dude,
The underhand poke.
and Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
I was the untalented dude who just plays Falcon, and I would just time the Falcon punch perfectly. People would jump, and like I knew where they were gonna land, and I'd start doing
GameCube, man.
I was that guy. Yeah.
Imagine if there was like Xbox Live for GameCube. It would still be around.
I think there was there like Wi-Fi or not Wi-Fi.
That was for like
could you go on the internet with GameCube?
No, but for the Wii, yeah, you could.
We used to play. Me and my brother. We used to play. It was Final Fantasy something. Because my brother was always really into those games, and it was one for GameCube, and you can, in order to play multiplayer in it, you have to like set up like a little Game Boy Advance.
Oh, with the wire that you plug in.
Yeah, GameCube.
I remember that.
What game was that?
I used to trade Pokemon through that.
Crystal Chronicles.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like some weird.
That's intense.
I've
never played that, but I remember like
it was cool. It was weird.
You guys play Pokemon XD at all?
Yes.
Or? Yeah, like you could trade your Pokemon through that.
Oh yeah.
I used to use the Game Boy wire for that.
Yep.
Dude, speaking of classics, Guitar Hero.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think that changed the game.
To me, Rock Band was cooler.
Yeah,
I was the drummer in my band, and like,
what was that about? Like being the drummer, like.
Well, I played easy mode, so I feel like the man now. I'd be rocking out like 2 a.m. 5th grade. You know, I got to school the next day. Mom, I'm playing Rock Band. I'm in Europe, Mom. Yeah.
What was your band called? You know,
I don't remember.
No.
But
it was definitely a good name.
My brother was the singer. Yeah, he'd go ham. Like, because some people would just like mump it, they'd hum it. They go, like, what is that?
For the tone.
Yeah, that's no way. That's lame. Get out of here. Yeah, I had one of my buddies would do that. We'd start playing, and he'd go, You're like, what are you doing, dude? That's so lame.
Imagine, what's it called? You know how there's like the ESPN, they play video games. I don't imagine like competitive Rock Band.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Like,
I would love that.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Some people though are so good at the guitars in those games. Yeah. It's disgusting. Some people are just like, it's crazy. Like their fingers are going a mile a minute. Yeah, great game. Animal Crossing.
Oh my god!
Loved that.
You never played that game, Vic?
It's literally the all-time GOAT.
Yeah, like whatever the role-playing games, whatever they're called. Like it is the role-playing game.
Animal Crossing. You were some dude who owned a house.
And then but you can. I remember I played that game. Oh my god, I played it for Nintendo DS too, nonstop, and it was what's it called? You can
my whole family played Animal Crossing.
It was like
that's nuts.
It took like time out of your life. Like I would come home from school and be like, I need to like upgrade my village. Like I need more peach trees and like
you'd be in school and you're thinking like, all right, I'm building friendships in this world. I got to build them in my Animal Crossing world. You know?
No, because if you make the wrong moves in Animal Crossing, you're screwed. Your village could hate you.
I remember me and my brother got in a fist fight because I went into his village and he cut all of his flowers down.
No,
I cut every tree and every flower in his town. And he was pissed.
Do you guys remember Sonic Adventure Battle 2?
Yes,
where you could have the Chow Garden?
Oh my god.
Dude, I'll never forget my brother. We deleted a Chow and the game and like we all agreed to delete the Chow. It's not like we did it against his will. And then all of a sudden he just broke out in tears and he was like, he's gone forever. And we were like yeah. We were pretty young. But still, it was definitely an emotional moment. That's how much that game was intense.
Yeah, well, you build like
you can build a world of like angel and demon, little like koala puffballs. Like you feed like weird heart-shaped fruits, and like if you want them to be evil, you like throw them in the water and drown them. Like I don't get it.
What game is this?
This is Sonic Adventure Battle 2.
Dude, I gotta look this up.
Vic, back me up.
Yeah,
good game,
actually,
right?
Good game.
Great game. Great.
All right, we'll come back. We'll come back to this nostalgia fest in a minute.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living.
While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands.
If you see something that doesn't look quite right, tell a law enforcement official.
We all play an important role in protecting our communities, and you can help.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities. If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Stop the press because we've got something exciting for you.
Please tell me
Now, join Ken the Space Fish as we make your summer more 80s alternative. 80X, the alternative 80s, every Monday and Wednesday from 1 to 4 here on WNTI.org, baby.
I thought I was too old.
I thought I was too young.
I didn't think I had what it takes.
How would I find the time? I figured I'd get around to it someday.
Besides, it's probably too expensive.
Too difficult.
Too complicated.
Then one day I sat down at the piano.
The drums.
The keyboard.
Guitar.
Bass.
Ukulele.
I went into a music store and tried some percussion.
Tried a clarinet.
A sax.
And I learned a few simple notes.
Simple chords.
Simple rhythms.
Before I knew it,
I could actually play a song.
A pretty simple one, but I did it. Me. I couldn't believe it.
why make excuses when you can make music?
Why wait?
Just play.
This message brought to you by the NAMM Foundation.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Roundup Podcast, and we are talking about all-time classic great games. And you guys ever play Monster Hunter?
Oh.
Do you remember those games?
Yeah. Those games were nuts.
The OG one on PS1, in order to, so what would happen? Nick, did you ever play this game?
Wait, what game?
It actually, I looked it up. To actually buy it today, it costs like $150. It's so rare. It's called Monster Hunter.
No, I've never
played
played
so what
it.
you do is you'd be playing, in order to, eggs would be like CDs.
Mm-hmm.
So you could take any CD, it must have been PS2 actually. And what you would do is, so you'd go in, and you'd be playing a game, and then you'd have to take the game out, and it would freeze the game for a second. And you put a random CD in, like anything you want, a movie, a DVD. You put it in the system, and it would generate a monster from that.
Wait, what?
So certain, and actually there was a system. It was certain CDs, and so you could have the same movie, and it's gonna get the same monster every time.
That's so nuts.
And I forgot, dude. It was so cool, and it was so we me and my brother would buy blank CDs.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started tossing them in there, trying to get the rarest monster. Dude, it was so cool.
That
The game was
sounds
incredible.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was so cool. And for that, and for PS2, back then, that was crazy technology. It was wild. But yeah, that game was awesome. It was like Pokemon.
Yeah,
it might have been Monster Rancher.
I'm looking at some
looking
Guitar
at?
Hero.
Oh, some crazy.
Yeah. Some competitive play.
Oh, is it a tournament?
We got some Guitar Hero world record through the fire and flames, and it's posted by IGN.
Is it just steady,
We're
buttons?
about to find out. Wait here. I'm going to put the volume up.
Such a crazy... this song in general is a crazy song.
What song is it?
All right, wait, you got
Through the Fire and the Flames by Dragon Force.
Dude, that's insane.
Oh wait, and someone's drumming.
It's like a rock band. Are they in the same band?
Yeah.
Where's the singer?
No singer, I guess.
Because it's Guitar Hero, there is no singer.
They had a drummer and a guitar hero?
I guess. I don't even know. Did they have a drummer?
That's hours
I have no
and
clue.
hours of dedication. That's
Yeah,
the
look
guy
at-
in the top.
yeah.
The guitarist, it's just steady buttons. There's no time where he's not pressing something.
No, yeah.
Even the drums are
In real life, that song is actually hard to play.
Oh, I believe it.
You've heard the song, right? We've all heard it.
Yeah.
Childhood classic, but that's a wow.
It's funny because I remember with Guitar Hero, some people would be really good at it and be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to play real guitar now because I'm sick at it. And they would suck. They'd be awful.
This is nothing
I
like
can't
Guitar
believe
Hero.
it.
Yeah, dude, why isn't this easier? I don't know. Some people were, but that was a big thing. People would play Guitar Hero, be filthy, but I'm gonna go, play a real guitar, and they'd be trash.
I'm gonna go start a band.
Dude, I'm your drummer, baby. I'm your drummer.
All-time favorite game right now. Now I'm thinking back at GameCube and Nintendo 64. I don't know if you guys must have played this.
What?
Legend of Zelda series.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
For me, it's a masterpiece of either Twilight Princess or Ocarina of Time.
I've only played
both of them are,
Ocarina of Time. Yeah.
Isn't
there a new one out?
Yeah.
How
Breath
is
of
it?
the Wild. I haven't played it yet.
Well, it's only on Wii, right?
It's
The
on
new
Wii. It's on Wii
Switch,
U
right?
and the Switch. I just haven't had the time or money to actually commit myself to
Do you have a
buy it.
Wii U?
No.
I'm actually kind of behind on the generation thing. You know? I'm still messing with a PS3.
Okay, I got an Xbox 360.
Yeah, dude. I haven't invested in. They're so expensive. And
Yeah, they are.
Well, and I feel like it's. I don't know. For me.
That's what's holding me back is the price.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I have Steam on my laptop, and that gets me through the day.
Yeah.
You know, like if I ever want to just game out, I got Steam on my computer. I play.
You can just pirate games.
Well, I don't pirate the game. Well, Steam is probably really hard. But that's, I don't know. I haven't bought in the new systems. But, yeah, what they got, the Wii Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get the PS4
and the Xbox One, and now the Xbox One X or whatever is going to come out, which is crazy.
Going to be the most powerful. According to the terms, it's going to be the most powerful gaming console ever made.
It's basically a computer, right?
Yeah.
I'll wait and I'll invest in like the VR stuff when that comes out. When that becomes the norm for gaming, is you're in like the zone, you're plugged in. That's when I'll jump in. I'll jump on board. So that's gonna be crazy. When is that stuff coming out?
All that stuff is now like in its trial phases. You won't like really see like great games and stuff coming out till like maybe another 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Because the technology's hard to like do.
Who do you think is gonna come out with the first?
Well, Sony already released like their
technology or whatever.
PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
That's like their
I mean, but like the one where like you actually like, because have you ever seen? I remember when we were in high school, the Xbox Connect video for 360 when Connect first came out. They made it seem like that was like virtual reality and like you control like your body really was the
controller.
Yeah, but it really wasn't.
Dude, what was the I think it was PS2, and they had this. You'd put a camera on it. It had like a custom camera.
Oh, like the PlayStation,
and
like
it would it was like a mirror image of yourself.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you'd like be fighting ninjas and stuff. Dude,
my friend had one of those.
Yeah, I used to love that. Well, my cousin did. We'd go over there and I'd start fighting ninjas.
I can't think. I think it's called like a PlayStation Play. Like you plug it in as like the controller, right?
Yeah.
Like you put it on top of the TV like a webcam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I used to grab like a stick or something.
Yeah.
And like I'd be beating ninjas up with that. It was awesome. Great time.
Crazy.
You know what I want to talk about too is MSG.
Madison Square Garden.
No, like the additive that they add in Chinese food.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in everything. It's just out of habit. I order Chinese food with no MSG. My mom used to.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of
MSG. It's a food additive, and they put it in almost everything, I think. And they say it's safe. It's only been used like for probably 15 years, but it's a flavor enhancer, and it's in a lot of what we eat. And I don't know. I didn't know if you guys had an opinion on it, but like I said, my mom used to always order Chinese food, no MSG, so it's like a habit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it actually does anything. I mean, the Chinese food tastes the same without it.
So what do you order? What do you say?
Well, last night I got lo mein. I got beef lo mein. I was like, no MSG.
And they
said okay. I mean, for all I know, they could just
add the MSG.
And it's not. I'm not gonna know the difference, but I don't know. I was reading about it last night.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
It's kind of I mean, there's some people have reported side effects, but the side effects are definitely just on par with eating Chinese food. Like you eat Chinese food, you're gonna sweat a little bit. You're gonna get some flushing, some acne.
Jamie, walk me through your. You actually introduced me to crab rangoons.
Really?
Yeah.
Same with Julian.
And I want to hear about what's a normal order for you? What's your like if you're balling out
I'm balling
on some
out.
Chinese food?
Egg foo young.
Okay, all right. You're gonna need to explain.
Have you had that? They're like pancakes made out of egg.
Okay.
And they got like it's like an omelet kind of.
All right.
You put some
what do you put
some
there?
soy sauce on it. Dude, delicious.
All right.
Crab rangoon, of course. Although crab rangoon can vary. To me, right?
Really?
You're judging a Chinese food restaurant based off the crab rangoon. Dude, because that's when you're seeing how good those chefs really are.
No,
you know?
yeah, because the crab rangoons. What I noticed, see, I'm new to the game. Jamie, you're
dude,
a veteran, probably.
I'm
right?
a vet.
So what I noticed, just from my short time of eating these beautiful creations is that they are different shaped.
Yeah.
And the shape affects the taste, the
hugely.
texture. The texture is big.
Dude. Around here, they go with it has like, they all look the same. They got the little circle on the bottom. It's like a ball filled with the cheese.
Yeah.
And they have like the rest of the crust.
Yeah.
It's kind of shaped like a birdie in badminton, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how, around here in Jersey, I don't know if it's all of Jersey, but they're all like that.
Some of them. A lot of them.
I don't know. Yeah, at least I've only been around here.
Yeah, what are they like in your parts of the woods?
Dude, they're like, they don't have the birdie shape. They're just like, and they're very crunchy.
More tennis ball shaped?
More like.
Hold the wings?
What are those things kids used to make in school?
Origami.
Yeah,
fortune tellers.
Fortune teller shapes.
I know what you're talking about.
The cream cheese is pretty spread out throughout the whole item, and it's crunchy. Dude, it's so good.
What I think you're saying is best crab rangoons in the world are in Boston.
Yeah, well, that's a tough one.
I mean,
I wonder if they actually make them in China.
Best.
They're good though. They're delicious.
The best Chinese food I've ever had was in South End Boston this summer.
Really? Where'd you go?
I don't know.
I don't know. Was it like straight up? Like,
it was late.
Was it in Chinatown?
It could have been. It was by Northeastern. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
there was like
Boston,
this project housing, and then we just walked right past it.
Yeah.
And it was right there,
dude.
Real late night.
I feel like most good Chinese food places are like next to project housings.
You know, yeah.
I
agree.
In the hood.
Have you ever been to this place called Good Eats? Do you have one anywhere by you? And
no, I don't think so.
They're pretty good.
Good Eats. What do you get there?
I got pizza. It was great.
Was it like?
It's got all kinds of food.
Have you ever heard of Be Good Burger?
No,
Be
but
Good.
it sounds
it's just
good.
B period good, and then it's like fast food, but it's all organic.
Okay.
It's kind of overpriced. Like a burger probably costs you.
Well, yeah,
$7.50.
obviously.
But it's fast food and it's like healthy. It's like healthy stuff. It's pretty cool. I just get it because I think their burgers are very good.
Mm-hmm.
But not that I'm a big organic guy, because I'm not. But yeah, I mean, long story short, though, yeah, Chinese food and crab rangoon's the move.
Wait, you didn't finish your order, so
all right, crab rangoon, egg foo young. I'll probably get some beef lo mein.
Beef lo mein?
Beef lo mein. Or house special.
Beef lo mein guy.
Lo mein. Well,
what's a house special consist of?
Everything.
Okay.
It's like shrimp, there's like beef in there, there's chicken, pork, everything.
That's kind of sick.
But to me, right, I always say this. If you want to decide who the better chef is, right, you're going a head-to-head matchup.
This is all chefs or just...
All chefs. To me, you go with meatloaf.
I hate
meatloaf, dude. Think it's like you have no idea it's like really it's up to the chef to just make it amazing. So if you want to see a good chef,
do you like
let
meatloaf?
me see your meatloaf. Yeah.
I hate meatloaf.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Dude, meatloaf's amazing.
It freaks me out. Do you ever see how people make meatloaf?
No. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a ground beef.
Yeah, but I think I'm pretty sure you just
put some egg in there, yeah.
Like a whole bottle of ketchup.
I mean, dude, that's
how
thing.
you cook it. Like,
well, that's the thing, though. Meatloaf, dude, you can do so many different things with it. It's like a, I don't know, it's a mystery thing. So it's like, let me see what you're working with, man. Bust out your meatloaf. Yeah. But like crab rangoon, same thing. Like, let's see what these Chinese chefs have to work with. You know?
Yeah, with the crab rangoon.
Bust out some, let me see some crab rangoon. Dude, crab rangoon is amazing, though. It's funny, you and Julian. Julian never had him either.
I've never had him.
He loves them. He gets them every time now.
Never had him in my life.
And he only eats like 3 of them, but it's a big bag of grease. But
I used to.
Vic, have you had crab rangoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I used to like order it all the time. Now, like I haven't ordered it in about maybe.
I'm pretty sure they did. Well, it's no news that they don't actually use crab. It's like pollock, I think.
Yeah.
Is that what it is, pollock?
I think so.
It's some.
It definitely doesn't taste like crab.
No, it's not. No way. It's like
good.
they
It's good
use.
stuff.
No, it's delicious though.
The red sauce that they give you for like.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like cherry sauce or whatever. Yeah.
I want to know your.
I'm craving Chinese food now. I had it last night. I want some 8:30 in the morning right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some Chinese food.
Yeah, I would love some Chinese food.
Listeners, call some in.
Yeah, that'd be sick. What time do they open? What time's Chinese food open?
Probably like around 10.
Probably around now.
If you're getting Chinese food at 10 o'clock, you're a freak.
Savage.
Yeah, you're savage.
You're a nut job. You've been pulling an all-nighter.
You could be nocturnal.
How about if you want to talk about nostalgic things and staying up late, what about Laser Quest?
Laser Quest?
Like
or laser tag, yeah.
Oh,
dude, don't get me started.
A couple times in my life, me and my buddies would go and we do the all-night event.
No.
We get there, I think, like 8 o'clock, and we play till 8 a.m. the next day.
No way.
That's so nuts. How did you not, like, get tired?
Dude, what do you mean?
You're jacked up from Mountain Dew, dude. Dude, it was
How
incredible.
do you get tired if you're in a situation like that?
I truth be told, man, it was last Christmas break. Me and my friend went to Laser Quest. But we went late enough where, like, it wasn't even kids. It was other grown adults. Dude, that was a great stuff.
Can we all just go paintballing one day?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Problem is it's expensive.
Yeah.
I have my own gun, too. I got a Titman.
How much? Okay, so theoretically, how much would it cost to
Well, it's not even
play?
Renting equipment will probably run you $50, but it's the paintballs.
Yeah, paintballs.
They run you dry.
Those things.
Dude, I love. Yeah, do you paintball?
I used to I had a gun. I used to play with my friends in the woods.
What'd you have for a gun?
A Titman Spider, I think.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Dude, my brother, we would have like kind of family events there.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And we've been a couple times. My brother, he had like I don't remember the brand. It was a Bob Long, I think. And he had ramp on his gun. So the way that would work, right? So if you're in a match, there's a reset button.
Yeah.
And you shoot once, it shoots 1 bullet. Press the trigger again, shoots 2 bullets. Again, 3 bullets. So eventually, and you'd be playing speedball, indoor paintball. And, dude, by the end of the match, he'd press the trigger once, shoot 25 balls.
Oh, God.
It was ridiculous. It was cheating. It was 100% cheating.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Brian, if you're listening to this, you cheated. I'm using a Titman 22, which is like the AK of paintball.
Yeah.
It's just all reliable.
Exactly.
It's all reliable. Because everyone else's guns, including his, they'd get jammed after every match, and they'd have to clean it out and everything else. And the Titman was just like the OG.
You just got to empty the paintballs out.
Yeah.
Do paintballs. Oh, I have a couple scars from paintball.
Really?
One on my ass, and then I have one like around my throat. And it was because my brother, or not my brother, my cousin was hiding. The ass one was because my brother was hiding in like a little house, like a little shed.
Yeah.
And we had him surrounded. We were like, Chris, come on, what are you doing? Like, get out. He was like 10 too. He's pretty young. And he was probably scared. You know? And I was like, screw it. I sprinted in. And I turned the corner, and he shoots me right. And that was the throat one, actually. Shoots me right in the throat. It was awful, dude. Oh man, it was so. I was bleeding.
Did you just go down?
Yeah, I was like gagging for like 5 minutes. Dude, paintball's awesome. I was never an airsoft guy because to me,
airsoft was intense. I got real into airsoft.
My thing was, how could you tell if you were shot? Like, what if? Because whenever we'd play. We'd all be wearing like winter jackets because we were just nervous about it. So you never knew if you got hit.
It's true. I always played in the summertime with my friends, like in the woods, and we would wear like shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So like when you guys stung like a little.
You guys weren't being wimps. You guys were like, all right, let's just go out there.
Yeah, you barely it's so hard to shoot those things when you're outside. Like if it's a little bit windy.
Yeah, you can't play. You can't play. Yeah.
So it was usually a little windy, and we were like, all right, we're playing anyway. Like, and you can't like reload on the go. Like, you're carrying like a bag of like plastic pellets, trying to like shove them in precisely one by one. Like,
you sound like a walking Tic Tac.
There's no stealth involved.
No, but there are some people who take airsoft to a whole different extreme.
I saw videos.
There's people who treat it like war.
Tanks. Yeah, it's nuts. I want to go to the one around here. It's cheap.
Yeah,
I try to get my girlfriend to go on.
It's too intense, dude. I know some kids who go there. I used to work.
They have grenades. They have all sorts of stuff.
They've got people there wear full out army uniforms with combat boots. And, I swear, it's an intense. It's an intense day.
I'm gonna find the video.
We gotta go. Yeah,
we're getting on break, but yeah, some people. I saw one video, and I'll show it after the break. Nuts.
Yeah.
Like all living things, your family needs clean, fresh air and a safe environment in order to thrive, indoors and out. That's why the right bathroom fan matters. No bathroom renovation or update is complete without a state-of-the-art ventilation fan from Panasonic, a brand you have come to expect for high-quality products. For over 20 years, Panasonic's ultra-quiet, high-performance, energy-efficient fans have helped to provide families with cleaner, healthier environments. That's why Panasonic has been recognized by Energy Star for the 8th straight year, winning the 2017 Sustained Excellence Award. Find the right ventilation fan for your family at us.panasonic.com/ventfans. That's us.panasonic.com/ventfans. Panasonic ventilation fans are available for purchase on Amazon.
A college security officer called to tell me there was a drinking party on campus. The officer said there had been excessive drinking, and our son was in the hospital for alcohol poisoning. He said my husband and I should come as soon as we could. I knew my son would face distractions and temptations when he went away to school. He already had unfortunate experiences with alcohol, and he was a little too good at fitting in with the crowd. I had no idea things could get so much worse, so fast. A nurse suggested we attend Al-Anon family groups, even though our son claimed his drinking was no big deal. He said he was not an alcoholic and that he could quit whenever he wanted. I didn't want to go to an Al-Anon meeting, but I'm sure glad I went. Is someone's drinking troubling you? You might be surprised at what you can learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4AL-ANON or go to alanon.org.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Roundup Podcast. And we are watching right now a headshot video
from some airsoft snipers.
Dude, this is nuts. And like I was saying off air, this guy knows the drop off.
Oh, look at that guy in the window.
Dude,
right in the nose.
Yeah, that was right on the tip of the nose. This is crazy. Yeah. Where does this happen? I want to say I looked it up once.
Nuts.
I want to say it's like in the U.S., it's like New Hampshire. It's like New Hampshire, and then I think they do like the big wars in Scotland or something. This is so nuts.
Dude, like that guy poked up the back of his head and got rocked.
I know they've taken ghost towns in like California and made them into like these huge battleground areas.
Where?
Like in California. Because there's so many ghost towns.
I wonder who does these things. That was crazy.
Dude, that's crazy. They must be playing without any wind at all. You can't.
Or they're really, really used to.
This is just like incredible.
To me, from what I can tell, right? Because it's always kind of been airsoft versus paintball. From what I can tell, paintball is like its own thing, but airsoft is for like mock war. You know,
Yeah.
like because
oh wow, you just rocked that guy.
What kind of gun did
ridiculous. You have? I had a shotgun, and then I had like this electric like mini
shotgun.
Uzi.
That's
yeah.
sick. What was
intense.
the range on it? What did you
I think it was like at like almost 300 feet per second, but like it was good for like medium to close range. It shot 3 bullets at one time.
So you were like the hardo running in with a shotgun.
I ran in sometimes. I had the mini Uzi that was electric.
That's sick.
Oh god.
I had the pistol as the secondary.
But these guys here, they're just trying to like.
Yeah, they're just trying to regroup.
Dude, you see the mask that person was having?
Yeah, look at this guy's suit.
That looks like from Star Wars when they're riding the bikes.
Oh yeah,
That's really what that mask looks like. I don't know. That's crazy. He just shot through a window.
Yeah.
Like
and people order like custom airsoft.
They're expensive too. Well, my thing is they don't even have the orange tag on them. Like,
no.
Dude, there's no way to be able to depict if that's a gun or not.
Like, I guess when you like take out the like magazine or whatever, you can see that it takes airsoft bullets, but still, it's
this guy's just killing people.
Crazy.
Sniper's probably that's a lame move. If you're the one who's not running, or I mean, I don't know. I mean, in war, snipers are like a huge factor, but. See, that's how do you shoot through bush like that? Like, not bush.
I feel like they've got like these really heavy like bullets.
Yeah, they must have way down bullets. This guy's just working everybody. Airsoft, crazy. The guns are expensive. I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure the guns run you like.
Yeah, you're right. Look it up on your computer. I bet you like a sniper, like a sweet sniper like that is like
Maybe,
$1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 to 500.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I got no beef with people doing this. Like, every dude needs his hobby.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a hobby. You know, some people like to read. If you like to get shot by airsoft bullets, like that's cool.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's cool. Because these are all grown men. Like these guys are in their 40s. I feel like the guys who are like it's the same age group that like are really big into like D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons. You know, it's like that 45, 50-year-old.
The whatever, the role play, whatever.
Yeah, it's like
LARPers?
LARP, yeah.
Dude, LARP's pretty nuts.
It's ridiculous.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to load this. Wi-Fi stinks here. We got Steve coming on in like 15 minutes. Talk some edgy political things.
Yeah.
I was reading this one thing too. In 20 years, artificial intelligence may replace 40% of all jobs.
That's crazy.
Bridgewater founder Ray Dalio. That's crazy.
It is.
That's bad. That's very bad.
I think it's
and that's with 40% of the jobs like expected for with this population. And in 20 years, the population is only going to increase. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's gonna be crazy to see. It's gonna be the Matrix.
We will see how we deal with everything in the future. I'm never one to
losing 40% of jobs. That's
that's crazy.
That's vital. That's massive. But and also off there, we were talking about American Horror Story.
Yes,
and I watched the second episode, and it was pretty nuts. The ending was and am I allowed to spoil it? Because this is also a week
honestly,
behind.
it's been a week. It's been a week.
It's been like 2
The
weeks.
rule is a week and a half for spoilers.
So spoiler alert. It ends with her shooting that innocent guy.
Yeah,
that's how it ended, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty nuts. What's your thoughts? What are your theories on the show right now?
So my thing,
and I'm not even a big American Horror Story guy. I'm not. This is the only season I've actually been wanting.
I don't want that show. Scares me.
So,
dude, some of the seasons have been pretty lame. They're pretty bad.
Yeah. So as I've told you guys off air, I think the writers on this show are brilliant.
Is there a different writer every season?
I don't think so.
Or different directors, maybe.
Different directors.
Who's the writer?
I don't know, but this one is. If it's not the same people who've done all the past seasons, I think this one's brilliant due to the fact that it's such a great satire and parody of what society has become now in the United States. We're so scared of everything.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting. There's one scene, just the fact that they're talking about Trump in this entire thing, and they're like, oh my God, he needs to shut up, oh my God. And it's coming from a character you perceive as a liberal who's scared of everything. It's so interesting how they've been running this show so far.
Yeah, I don't even watch. That's crazy.
It's been nuts. Quick side note: I got a birthday notice on Facebook for someone I went to school with, and freshman year of high school, I actually paid him to lick the floor of the shop room. I paid him like $10, and he dragged his tongue from one end of the room to the other on all fours. It was the shop room, like some sawdust and glue, and it wasn't even me because I paid him for it. I was good for it. I gave him the cash because I was impressed. But quick side note there.
Happy birthday!
Whatever. But no, the writing is pretty phenomenal in it. And
that was a crazy side note.
Yeah, it was, dude. I just saw that on my Facebook. It was pretty nuts. American Horror Story. The writing is very good, and it's definitely. I feel like more thought went into writing this season than past seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this season was more. What was the other seasons? It was more. I'm trying to think the right way to phrase this. It was more. Less realistic, I guess. Not realistic, the wrong term, but it was more like back in the 40s and the 30s, or it was like ghosts or whatever. And this season, it's relevant timeliness wise.
Yeah,
I'm talking out my buttocks right now. But,
it's just it's just nuts. Like how they're hitting the nail on the head with this.
Yeah,
like this entire season, how with the political landscape that we're dealing with.
Yeah, no, it's
crazy.
It definitely is taking all that into account, but I feel like now they're kind of, at least from what I can tell, they're kind of drifting away from. I feel like the election was big on the setup of the whole season, but now they're kind of drifting away from that a little more.
Yeah,
it's kind of just its own thing.
If you get getting closer into the season or getting closer into the show, it becomes a lot better. Like episode 3, once you watch that, I think you'll. Yeah, it's really interesting what they're plotting. How many
episodes are there going to be? 8?
I think maybe 8 or 13.
I can only okay. No, I called it from the beginning, and I still stand by that prediction where I think the show is going to. I think the clowns are going to be real.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, or at least they wanted you to think that it was her going crazy. I think the whole town is part of the clown thing.
Yeah.
And it's just her alone. It's just her and her girlfriend, or her wife rather.
It really makes you think like how nuts it is, like how we were so scared of clowns last year. Like it was a real thing.
Yeah, no, I remember that, dude. One of my roommates last year, Balsamo, played a joke on Julian. Right? We had a group.
Oh, Julian was definitely terrified.
He was absolutely terrified. And it was in the morning. It was probably like 9 a.m. No, it was probably the afternoon. And Balsamo texts in the group chat. He goes, "Oh my God, guys, there's a clown outside the house." And we're all in the group chat. We don't take it serious. And we're like, "Dude, like, call the cops, call the cops." Julian's going nuts. Julian's going, "Oh, Balsamo, call the friggin' cops. What are you doing?" And Balsamo's like just keeps elaborating. And like he was like, "Dude, I don't know what to do. This is scary, guys." And like, but the timing was perfect because while all this was going on, Julian's going nuts.
Really?
And then eventually Balsamo was like, "Oh my God." But it was like, "I'm going to get a picture of him." He sent the picture to the group chat. It was like some stupid picture of like a naked clown or something. And Julian was pissed for like 2 minutes. It was awesome though.
I would love to.
You can picture Julian just going nuts.
Pissed.
It was awesome. I mean, I believed him to start, but then I realized like, okay, this is probably a joke.
Yeah, like
Julian was petrified. Yeah, it was nuts. Because let me see if I can find the picture. He said there was a picture of like a clown with like, let me find it.
And he was just like naked.
Yeah, it was nuts. Let me find the picture because it was perfect. Because he's going super serious. He goes, "Guys, I got a picture of him." And he sends that.
That's ridiculous.
Nope, that wasn't that one. Hold on, let me look.
Oh my God.
What are you doing over there, James?
I'm looking at the picture. It was something like that. So he's going super serious, and he just sends a picture of some fat, naked clown. And then Julian was like, "Dude, I hate you." And Julian was going absolutely nuts. It was one of my... it was perfect. Dude, this weekend, Saturday night, Balsamo would not stop texting me jokes.
Oh, my God.
Like, what kind of jokes?
Not appropriate jokes.
Not appropriate jokes you should say on the air.
At all. No, very bad jokes. And for like 3 hours. And I wasn't even...
3 hours.
To start, I was like, ha, ha, ha. Like, I was just texting. Eventually, I just had to stop because you just kept going.
Yeah.
And he went through the next morning, too, and woke up and started texting more. You know?
Oh, my God.
It was hysterical.
Sounds like Balsamo.
It was hysterical.
I love Balsamo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. God bless him.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for you to become a cop, Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to... Dude, I saw someone this weekend with one of the gold cards. Why does New Jersey do that? The gold card thing.
I don't know.
Why? That's an awful idea.
The worst.
Like...
The worst
idea. And everyone I've known who has a gold card, with the exception of Maddie G, are absolute tools.
It's like you're waving your power.
Yeah, and they're like, I was one kid, and he was like, "So what happens? You get pulled over, and you just show that, and you're fine."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've never, whenever I'm it's pretty much a get out of jail free card. No, why?
No.
And this is the only state that does
it. I don't get it.
No, this is the one thing though. It really depends because some cops won't care because they know you're probably not even related to the person that gave you this
like
gold
your
card.
Uncle or something. It's like
So if you really this is for tips for people who don't want to be tools using those gold cards. This is the order you put it in: license, registration, then your gold card underneath all of that.
Okay.
So you don't show the gold card first, or else you're going to get a ticket.
Why is that? Or why do you think that?
Because you're just like kind of waving your power.
Yeah,
around.
but if you slip it in, that's smart.
It's smarter. He's like, okay, he's not really trying to give me a hard time. Like he knows the drill. So
I agree with that, Vic.
But I just think it's such a horrible idea. Like, why are you giving any kid the ability to get out of jail free?
I don't think it.
I guess it depends on the severity.
Free, but I think it's like it.
I guess it's like depends on the severity of what they're doing. You know, if they're doing something like really bad, then obviously I'm sure it won't hold to anything at all. But quick side note, Victor, I'm a lot big on the side notes today.
Yeah.
But, dude, my bench put up 102 points against you,
dude.
My lineup put up 83, so my bench outscored
Nick. I would have beaten Nick in our league here.
I lucked out.
If I played Russell Wilson. I did not play him. I played Phillip Rivers instead.
Dude, fantasy's been so hard this year. Michael Crabtree hit 29 points last week. It got me half a point this week. Watkins got me. I started Watkins last week too. Had 4. Now he had 25.
And
frustrating.
On that side note, it's really insane how Kareem Hunt has been putting up 20 points consistently for 3 games.
I think he's the best fantasy player right now.
Yeah.
But he's good in college, too. You know, I mean, a lot of people predicted him to go off like this, but I don't know.
Yeah, but...
you almost traded for him. Or traded away.
Yeah.
A good thing you didn't.
My team is also becoming a lot stronger now. Jordy Nelson's now on my team.
Yeah, that's big. How's he been doing? I don't know.
He wasn't supposed to play this week, but last notification I got, expected to play, puts up 20 points and wins the game for.
Let's go.
That's hype.
That's big.
Yeah, he's the reason why I went into overtime. He got the last touchdown to bring it into OT.
I want to try DraftKings really badly,
dude. I know.
Is it legit?
I don't know. I can't help but feel like it's. I know. I don't know. I know millions of people play it, and I think it's like you play in a giant pool.
Yeah.
And it's whoever does the best, and every week you or whatever. It only works on a week basis, like week to week basis.
Mm-hmm.
And you can. I think it's like whoever gets the most points or top, wins the pot.
My roommate does it. Mike, he does. He does it. He says that he just pays $5 and.
Has he ever won anything?
No, because there's always one guy who has one guy who just pops off out of nowhere.
How many times has he played?
That's usually how DraftKings works, right?
Yeah, there's always you think you're about to win maybe $5,
and then one guy goes crazy.
Well, I'm sure the way to win it is you just get a bunch of teams. You drop $50.
I think it's also statistical. When you think about it, it's you got to realize, Phillip Rivers isn't really this consistent sometimes, or Russell Wilson isn't really consistent, so I'm going to pick up a QB who's going up against the Browns or something. It's also, because I looked at the setup, they give you a certain amount of money. They give you $32,000, and with that money, you have to pick up a QB.
You have to draft a team.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Which is cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll look at something up real quick. Protest. All right, I'm just setting up for when Steve comes in. I think he should be here at 9 o'clock. Excited to have him back on.
Mm-hmm.
Love talking with Steve. I love just having, I don't know, when he's on, I love just talking, writing, you know? Because I got nothing but respect for people who can have the patience. Because there's so much more that goes into writing a novel.
Mm-hmm.
And just writing fiction like that than people realize. It's some people may just have the impression that you just sit down and start writing.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's so hard. And that's
writing
why
is challenging.
Yeah. That's why I kind of do the blog thing, right? Because I feel like that's the right I don't have the patience to sit there and write anything too long out. It's hard. It's really hard to do.
It is.
And he's had the same idea since freshman year of college. He's been working on it for a while. I don't remember the name of it, but I know the premise. But I got nothing but respect for people who can do that because that's a really hard thing. I don't. Stephen King. I started reading a Stephen King book, by the way.
Really?
Which one?
Carrie.
How is it?
I just started. It's slow to start, but problem is all of his books are so friggin' long. Every book, it's 1,500 words. Pages.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Words would be nothing, but I don't know. Carrie. I guess the premise is I want to read something scary. And because I read The Shining, but Carrie's about this girl who gets picked on in high school, and then she just starts killing people.
That sounds.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I just saw it, and I wanted to just roll over and start reading some books, but I don't know. So far it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
well, Stephen King. His rule of thumb is. Try to write 1,000 words, or 1,000 words every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's his
it's
motto.
A pretty good amount.
That's dude just churns out books. He's published over 150 books.
That's 3,600 a year.
That's insane. That math was sick.
Yeah,
3,600 a year. No, wait,
maybe more. No, more.
Yeah, way more.
3,600,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pages.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. So
we'll be back after this commercial.
This is the sound of someone correctly installing a car seat. And this is the sound of someone incorrectly installing a car seat. Correctly, incorrectly. Hear the difference? No? That's because installing a car seat incorrectly is terribly easy. So much so, 75% of adults install them wrong. For simple instructions on how to get it right, visit buckleupforlife.org. Ah, perfectly executed. Brought to you by Cohen Children's Medical Center.
If you love Americana music, traditional, new folk, local artists, a few surprises, then check out Americana Hours every Saturday morning from 9 to 12 on WNTI.org. This is Scott Judy inviting you to listen and celebrate traditional Americana tunes to get your weekend started. The Americana Hours. Saturday mornings 9 to noon on WNTI.org, the sound of Centenary University.
People all over the country join AmeriCorps Vista to build their community while they build their career.
AmeriCorps Vista provides a huge network with a lot of different opportunities, so you can find the position that works for you. It's a great opportunity to meet friends. It's a great opportunity to learn job skills.
AmeriCorps Vista members address poverty through economic development, education, youth mentorship, and more.
What motivated me to join AmeriCorps Vista was really just being able to give back to the community which I represent.
We can all kind of work together, work to our strengths, and create this network.
It allows me to be giving back to the community. We are allowing our next generation to be sustained.
Learn how you can build your community and your career at AmeriCorps.gov/Vista. That's AmeriCorps.gov/Vista.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Roundup Podcast. And Nicholas is using the restroom, so right now it's just me and Victor.
Yeah, just two bros just hanging out.
What do you have for class today?
I have organic and philosophy.
Organic chemistry?
Mm-hmm.
How was that? I'm terrible at chemistry.
You're joining one of the many people who are. I suck at chemistry also.
I quite literally passed chemistry in high school because the teacher really liked me. I also didn't put the greatest effort in. But
yeah, I would say I'm like the.
No,
I didn't.
I really slacked off in high school. Like
junior year.
Yeah, I mean, senior year I picked it up.
Yeah,
junior senior year, my grades were substantially better. But freshman, I don't think freshman year from freshman through until junior year. Yeah. I don't think.
Well, like,
I don't think
my mindset with like junior and freshman year. Like not a lot of people know this, but I ended up failing a class in junior year. It was pre-calc. It was one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. Fun fact: I failed pre-calc, took it over the summer, got a B in it, and that was all. That was an online class. I self-taught myself, and then I got a B plus in calc in college. So it's like I really don't stress anything about it anymore. Like I don't stress. Like that class really taught me a lot, not because it really taught me about who I am as a person, and I don't like stressing about anything.
No, and that's. I'm glad you brought that up because that's
my parents. I love them to this date because my mom, she's always told me you got to work hard for what you've got. Yeah. And the one thing she did told me is like, listen, I'm ashamed that you failed the class, but I'm not going to judge you for anything. I don't want you to stress anything out in life because that's not what you should be doing.
To me, failing a class, I mean, I did in like 7th grade, but I've gotten some bad grades. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's pretty important. It's an important lesson. Yeah, because there are kids, dude. I know kids who, if they don't get an A, they start crying.
Yeah, and
in high school, kids would literally cry. And like, dude, what happens when you don't get the job you want? Like, you need to learn how to lose a little bit. People who don't know, people who've never lost, you know who they are in life too, because they're just complete a-holes. You know people who've never lost before, and it's an important thing to learn because you're going to lose a goddamn lot when you grow up. Like. That's what life is. A lot of losses. And
that's like one thing.
It's really depressing. But no, you know what I mean, though. It's like, and my motto, the way I've always handled things, right? I'd say since I was probably the past 2 years, I've gotten very good. And I feel like if you met me now and you've met me and you know me in high school, like I think you notice a massive difference. And it's just like a lot of it's just stress management.
Yeah,
dude. My thing is, I literally think about one thing at a time.
Yeah,
and dude,
that's all you
have
can do.
To. Right now, I'm thinking about this. I'm not thinking about what's next. Some people just overfill the cup and they just get completely stressed out.
Yeah,
some people just have no stress management, and it's such an important lesson.
Yeah,
an important thing to know. Yeah, it's so important.
This week, I'll always share this.
Like we talked about meditating, like that.
Yeah.
Like you need to have those venues to
that
just
happy medium.
Yeah,
And I always share this stuff. Last week was a little kind of hard for me. Like the classes were getting to me, work was getting to me. Like it was just not. I was just getting almost burnt out really fast. Like almost by the end of the day.
So what'd you do? What'd you do to de-stress?
Honestly, just.
Did you de-stress at the time or no? Did you reach the point you shouldn't have reached? Like where you just
no,
too much?
I didn't reach the point where I shouldn't have reached, but I did de-stress. My one thing that I love doing is just being able to just take a moment out of my life, just talk to my roommates, just have
important.
conversations and just normal things, just where I can just forget about, oh, I have to do this for class, oh, I have to go do this for work. Literally, all I have to just think about is just talking football or talking stuff with my roommates, and that's how I de-stress. Like
that's good.
That's what
and,
I love.
And that's how you know you have that's when real friendships come out. Is when you'll sit there like we're all buddies and we all we'll all rat on each other and we'll joke around. But when the going is tough, as long as you're able to sit there and go, yo guys, like listen, like I'm actually stressed about this, and you actually sit there and have a conversation about it. That's when you know you're good. You got some good dudes around you. That's what it's about, dude. That's literally what it's about. But no, I know some people. I think a big thing is self-expression. Few people have a venue or have the hobbies or whatever to express themselves. Like some people will express themselves in athletics. Some people through art, painting. Some people writing. Like I think it's very important to have that because if you're always keeping yourself bottled up, that's really unhealthy to me. I think it's very important to just express yourself.
For me, I've realized that I don't ever want to care about just getting an A in classes. I want to work on myself as a character rather than working myself like just being a bookworm.
As long as you're constantly adapting and you're growing, that's the most important thing.
That's what life's all about.
And especially for communication majors, like dude, zero employers in the communications field are going to go, so what'd you get for a grade in intro to communications?
Yeah, no, it's
like my GPA is nothing stellar, but I don't.
It's never going to matter.
It doesn't matter as long as your portfolio's set. It's about doing stuff like this. It's about
being proactive.
Yeah, and it's. I also want to talk about this too because a lot of people have this impression that communications is very easy.
Yeah,
the classwork may be relatively easy compared to chemistry. But you might not be battling workloads. I mean, you battle deadlines and things like that in the communications world. But you're constantly battling inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not doing what you do inspired,
then you're miserable.
Like, it's a constant battle of inspiration. And inspiration's a really hard thing to have and to maintain. And every day it kind of, alter a little bit. But, no, I think it's, stress management is key.
Yeah,
it's really key.
I saw people in high school that stressed out, like, oh my God, I want to go to Harvard. Oh my God, I want to do this. I'm just like, you're the exact person I never want to become in life. Yeah. I never want to stress about, oh my God, where am I going to go to school? Oh my God, what am I going to do?
I mean, I don't, oh jeez. I don't hate on people who want to go to good schools like that, but I think, best of luck to them. But as long as everyone's got their different way to deal with things. And,
agreed.
I just think for me, it's that I go with that mindset where, all right, one thing at a time. And that's something I'm not thinking about tomorrow, but I don't worry about it. Like I honestly, I try to not worry about it. Rather,
like my one thing is I always try to get a good amount of sleep for the next day because if you only get 2 hours of sleep, that's when you get these dark thoughts overloading you, all these negative these negative views on life and stuff just start coming at you because you're not thinking.
Is he here,
right.
by the way? Have you seen him? Steve?
No.
Oh, whatever. Keep going, Vic. Sorry.
So it's I never I always try to maintain a good amount of sleep because I never want to just work on fumes and just have oh my God, I got to do this and it's not.
People are very sleep deprived these days.
Yeah,
and a lot of it's because of this goddamn thing, this phone. Mm-hmm. Phones are bad, really bad for it. I just got my phone a couple days ago, and it's nice to have.
You happy to be back?
No, I'm not, man. And that's not even being a hipster. That's just me being honest. You got to go off the grid sometimes. You got to just put the phone down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's hard because it's hard to not always use it when you have downtime. But I do think it's important to, like, sometimes when you have downtime to not pick it up and just, like, think to yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And it might sound stupid, but even just, like, a lot of people don't think anymore. They just stimulate, and they just, like...
Yeah.
And it's tough. And it's not even, like I'll even just go on here, and when I'm bored, I'll just go on the news app and scroll through. And it's great to get your news that way, but same token, I don't miss it, you know?
And it's really interesting just again, people's self-expression, how they let out certain things. It's just like...
Some people just don't have that.
Yeah.
Just then,
I have you guys, and I have, like, the gym, like, my other place to go to.
The gym's
whenever.
a great place, The gym's a really great place. Some people hate on it, but, dude, like, there's some weights and stuff. Like, people, they actually can be therapeutic.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I started doing the jiu-jitsu thing.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Dude, for me, I said this before. I said this to a couple people. But, like, it's almost therapeutic because when you're doing it, right, for the last 15 minutes of class, and you're just rolling, and you're, like, competing against each other.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about any BS. You're just thinking about not getting choked out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a beautiful thing.
Survival, human instinct.
Yeah, and it's also a great thing because, like, tapping out a really great lesson. Like, everyone gets tapped out.
Yeah, you got to know your limits.
You have to do your dues, and you're going to get tapped out a lot. And I think it's a very good thing because any, like, that macho, you know, pseudo feelings, like, that gets eliminated because it's like, you might think you're the man, and you might roll in there at 200 pounds, benching like 315 for reps, but you're going to get tapped out by some little tiny 130-pound kid.
Yeah.
You know? And it's a good lesson. A lot of people need that lesson. Like, people, I think the world would be a better place if everyone did martial arts because people would not be a complete hardos. I mean, yeah, you're going to get some a-holes who do, like, Muay Thai and stuff like that, but jiu-jitsu is so cerebral that, and like, you have to just be, I don't know, it's cool. It's neat.
Yeah, you gotta relax.
And it's tough too because it's like, and I'm not even at that point yet. I've been trying. I've been doing it for a couple months, and like, it's hard to not go in there and rely on just like brute strength and try to like just because like you got to be comfortable in any position. So if you're on your back, a lot of people naturally freak out, like myself. Like when you're first starting and someone's in your guard and you're on your back, people. Or like, oh my god, like they start panicking and you know, and they start freaking out and doing that instinct, like to push them. You really have to battle that and like get comfortable. Yeah, you have to pace yourself and be poised at all times. And those are lessons that I think can turn over into real life. But I don't know.
It was deep again.
What a deep talk.
I love these deep talks.
That's what it's about, man. That's what radio's about. And but yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people, they just don't have any way to express themselves.
Yeah,
and
I definitely agree with what you're saying.
And it kills you. Like, a lot of people just, either just game and I don't know, just keep themselves bottled up, and it's awful for you. It's a bad thing.
It's like going outside, you know?
Yeah, like, a lot of people just don't go outside either.
Steve's
in the house, baby. Is it unlocked?
Yeah, it should be
bolted?
Yeah, Johnny D's been coming in.
Oh, Johnny D's in there.
Yeah, we set up his headphones.
The old Johnny D minute.
What's
up, Steve?
Hey. Hello.
Steve, we're talking self-expression right now. We're talking how important self-expression is and how people these days lack self-expression. And how we're talking about stress management too. Want to use that mic? Bianco's on that one. He's throwing around the mics.
Yeah, very violent. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I like the shirt.
Thank you.
What's up, Steve?
Nothing much.
How you been?
I've been great.
So we're talking about stress management and how that's key in life.
My mic's.
What's your way? How do you de-stress?
De-stress?
What's your mentality? What are you doing to just relax?
All right, I completely alienate all my friends, like, entire weekends.
Really?
Wow.
So you kind of
isolation.
Well, you write like on weekends, right? Well, not on weekends, but you just write in general.
Yeah, I like shut myself into my room and then I don't speak to anybody. It's a bad habit, but it's just it works for me. Like personally, you know, just refusing to people, it helps me center myself, my own like sense of self.
Yeah.
And then it helps me like measure like the moments because like when you're around people. Like things seem to go that like way faster than like it should, and so like you start panicking about all these things you have to do. When you're like with your friends, you're worried about all these things that you haven't done so far, all these things you got to do. No, even if it's like a 5-minute thing, it will take more than 5 minutes. You still freak out about it because.
Are you an introverted person?
Naturally, yeah. Like I'm like a social introvert. I'm out with my friends. I'm able to like vibe, but like don't expect me to go someplace and like be like, oh, I can make new friends anywhere I go. My grandma's like that, but me personally, no, because like it just also comes from this sense that I don't care about other people's opinions.
Yep.
Yeah, and so like,
and that's a good lesson. It's I mean, it can be, it can't be.
Yeah, it has its downside.
Some people who are always thinking about what other people are thinking of them, that's horrible, and that's so bad.
You can't live that
And I
way,
think it's something too you have to learn. Like I don't think any, because we can tell that to people. We can be like, hey, like go to a 12-year-old and be like, dude, you just can't listen to what other people think.
But they won't.
It's a lesson you have to slowly learn,
yeah.
and it's not easy to do.
It's never
honestly, not easy to do.
It's not easy, but after a while, like you really just learn not to care about what other people
and it's
think.
important.
It really is important because it's helped me out a lot through my 20 years of living.
Well, we've been talking about Steve in particular. We've been saying, dude, like some people just stress out about everything, and like the different techniques you can use to kind of. Like for me personally, I have the mentality where I try to think about one thing at a time. Like some people try to take too much on their plate, and it's a killer. It's like I'll sit there and I have other stuff to do today, but like, I'm trying right now just to think about this and only this, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. Take it one thing at a time. And like I feel like people these days, no one has ways to de-stress. Like people just lack that, and I think that one of the beautiful things about our major, and with writing and with radio and TV production, where it's kind of it's art,
like art.
It's so and it's self-expression, and I think that's so huge.
Right, and then like
everyone's all bottled up. No one's got like hobbies or ways to just de-stress.
Right,
like just playing video games that doesn't de-stress you.
It doesn't. Like
it just
some people
stimulates
think like it can increase stress because you're in a state of like anxiety, like of stress. Like you're in it, like reacting. All your senses are hyper aware. You're like going in at it, and that's one of the reasons I don't play video games. I play video games maybe once in a blue moon, and it's mostly because when you're an artist and you do art-based stuff, that time is money. And so you're sitting there like wasting maybe 4 or 5 hours that you could have been using like doing something like in your field. And that time just goes by, and then even afterwards, after you're done playing a game, like how distressed do you actually feel? Like, are you like better off than when you started, or is it just like postponing those emotions until afterwards? Because like that's what like high activity like that does. It just like holds it off for you rather than like fix like what's causing your issues.
How much do you write a day?
I write a day, not including like academic writing, maybe 5,000 to 10,000 words
every day.
Wow,
yeah,
that's tough.
Interesting.
Do you go right on you type it right out, or do you handwrite
it first? I type it right out. My hands cannot endure that kind of suffering. I can't just write it out. I have a journal and everything where I'm like, if I have like moments of inspiration, poetry I prefer to write out because it's something about like writing it down that has more emotional context to everything and like more of me in it than just typing it out. If I'm doing like prose, like novel work, my articles, anything like that, I'm using my laptop because that's like maybe 500 words to 1,000 words.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that.
What I was saying earlier too, right? A lot of people have this impression. I know you're not communications, you're English, but have the impression like what we do is like easy, But what we do is we constantly battle inspiration because inspiration is a really hard thing, and motivation, like in day to day, it alters, and to try to like capture that, it's tough. It's not easy.
Yeah, it definitely takes work.
And one time too, like for me, I'll try to like watch something to get inspired, or
I agree with that.
I'll try to read something, but then I just get sidetracked and I just like invest all my time in that, and I'm like,
what did I just do with my
time? And it's a hard thing to do, to always be motivated and inspired to like bust out 5,000 words. I'm sure that's a lot. That's pretty. What do you do to try to get inspired, and you do just read and stuff?
I have a variety of things. I come from a very musical family. My mom. She was a musician in Philly. Like, she was a rapper, like, back when, like, rap was still, like, trying to climb up. My grandfather has, like, an entire, like, room full of records from Motown. And he plays Motown and jazz, like, when I was growing up all the time.
He plays himself?
Like, he doesn't play himself. He could, possibly.
Yeah.
He just, I never see him. But he has these records, and, like, he, like, mixes them. Like, he could be, like, a DJ if he wanted to. But, like, he does computers.
Awesome.
All right, we got to go on break quick. When we come back, we'll get right back into it.
Lit.
Hi there, this is Michael Stokes inviting you to join us for 3 great hours of blues every week. I search high and low to find great music in unexpected places. If you like your blues hot, smile and swing live to Blues on the Run every Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern on WNTI, the global voice of Centenary University. And your requests are always welcome.
That one came quick. All right, we're back. You're listening to the Roundup podcast, and we have Steve in studio. Hey. We're talking inspiration and writing. Off here, we were just talking about, we were just elaborating on what we were talking about earlier. What was my last question? So I got to go back on. What was I just saying? I was just saying something. Well, my thing, I have trouble. My biggest thing, right, in class, and this is an awful mentality, but it's like, I almost hate putting too much effort into my classwork because it's like, that's not going anywhere. That's going to a teacher. And it's not like, and then sure, my blog might just be some stupid blog, but to me, like, it's got my name on it, and I can show employers, like, hey, like, this is me, you know?
That blog can get you jobs. My blog got me jobs. Like, you know, internships, nonstop.
What's the name of your blog?
The Blackword, BLAQUEWORD.com.
I've read a little bit of it. Yeah. And so would you just take that and you just show that to employers?
Yeah, like I have.
Like, this is what I'm about,
My cover letters, my resume all have hyperlinks to my websites.
That's what it's
and
about.
Like that, my website itself has a link to my writing portfolio, which has all of my collective, like, writing that I actually liked.
Is your writing portfolio, is that online?
It's online, yeah.
Is it on that blog or no?
It's, yeah. You
like on a WordPress or something?
It's on my blog at an online website that just hosts your writing portfolios for you. And so all of it's found there, you know.
That's what it's about.
Like, anytime you click on my resume, anytime, it'll take you straight to anything like this. And I particularly enjoy showing off my website because how much work I put into it. You know, I just like designed the webpage image yesterday, and like finally got that down. And it's like the biggest thing I'm proud of all week. And then I have my articles. I'm starting to get more and more out there. Like, I feel content when I like release an article.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to force yourself, especially because we're college students, you know, and we're going through, you know, class after class after class, and you got to squeeze out that little bit of time. And even if it's like 500 words, even if it's like a topic you don't really care about, finally getting that out, you know, it's like, it's cathartic.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Well, it's funny for me. Well, it's like I use Weebly, which I don't recommend to anybody.
Nobody uses Weebly.
It's trash. Well, I just used it because it was easy at the time, the interface. Now I regret it because I guess so many things I can't do with the site. But to me, the payoff is, well, you know, you can track your stats and stuff like that, like unique visitors and things like that. I use Reddit a lot and I only use it to share whatever I write. And people, it's funny, man, because you never get like positive feedback on Reddit or on the internet. People constantly,
everyone's negative.
Everyone
on
is
Reddit.
hating, dude. No. Like I one time, like stupid things. I wrote about like heavy metal ones, and then I wrote about Deshaun Watson. No matter what you put out there, dude, people are just like, so negative. And I don't care at all because they just give me more views, and that's what I want. But
I've stopped
dude,
using it.
It's hysterical, man. People are just miserable, and people know. People, all they do is hate. All people do is hate.
Definitely, the platform you hosted, like you submit your work through, people always like it gives you it measures like the kind of audience you want to get.
Yeah.
So like for me, I post my articles onto Twitter. You know, I posted links into Instagram. Most of the work I do.
Instagram helps a lot.
Instagram helps a lot. But like Twitter, you know, that's why I also get most of my information from. Sometimes when I'm looking for things, because a lot of writers, they'll prepare articles through Twitter. They'll use a whole threaded discussion, and it could be like a whole thought out, like elaborate, you know, piece, and then it turns into an article. But these thoughts, these like sequences, often like build the social commentary. It measures, you know, you can use it to rate how the conversation is going over the broader scheme of things.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so, like, I often use it, especially when there's a trending topic and, you know, I'm looking for something I want to discuss that's in a certain, you know, wheelhouse. If I want to talk about something that's being criticized, I want to talk about something that's being, you know, looked at. I should have been on my game yesterday and, like, getting articles out. Unfortunately, I did.
Yeah.
But I'm kicking my butt for that. But, you know, like, the things going on social media yesterday were, like, very pertinent. If I would have talked about that, then, you know, I would have possibly drawn on a lot of different ideas and conversations going on.
So you use the hashtag, trending hashtags, to come up with content ideas?
Yeah, trending hashtags. Sometimes things aren't turned into hashtags. Sometimes they're just in general conversations. Like there's in Twitter, some people might not know, there are niche groups going on where a bunch of people could be not participating in a single hashtag, but talking about one consistent topic. And that topic could just go for all day, and then you can make an article based on that.
Mm-hmm.
And the wider audience who don't use Twitter, most people who use social media understand that Facebook gets anything at least 5 days late. And the conversations they get are the things that are going on in each topics that was on Twitter. You can get a hold of that before they get it, and then you become a source for them. So it's all about
timing,
becoming it's all about the moment, becoming the mediator between these two topics.
So is that what you usually do? You try to like get on the scene first, basically?
Yeah, it's like sometimes it's about getting on the scene first. Sometimes it's about just offering a different perspective, a different take on everything that no one else considered. Because that's the most important thing when you're a writer. You understand that no one else thinks like you do, and therefore your opinion matters in some way, shape, or form.
I just not to go back what we were talking about before, but man, people are just so negative. People are, it's disgusting, dude. Like. Even if you go on like a YouTube video and you just scroll down the comments, dude,
it's all negative.
Like little 12-year-olds, and they're just like saying the most awful things imaginable. And like I don't know, I don't even really use Facebook, which probably isn't that good. Twitter I only have
Facebook is horrible.
Yeah, I only have just like I don't have a lot of Twitter followers. I don't know if that would affect. But I guess if you're using what's hashtag trending, I guess would followers matter?
Sometimes followers. Really, Twitter is not about like who's following you. It's more about who you're following. It sets the basis about everything going on. It sets the basis about the information you're getting. It sets the basis and the mood of everything else. So people often confuse Twitter as something that you should worry about your followers on, when it's more so you worry about who you're following. That's the most important thing. You should always try and follow at least some people who are in your your career choice. Some people who are in your field. You should follow friends, of course, because their opinion matters. Especially if you're participating in a conversation, they see you and then they, hop into the conversation too. Friends matter as well. And most often than not, the ordinary people who don't have the little blue check on their names, they matter as well. But yeah, I can see how negativity can come in and derail everything, because I've been in online writing workshops, and those things get horrid. They get terrible.
Classes here or just in
here?
Do you think that's because you're not face to face, and like you said, everyone has their own opinion, so they just think that theirs is better than yours in a way?
Definitely. Plato, I think it's Plato, was like, writing things down would be the death of language because there's no context to anything. And at first I was like, yeah, that thing's kind of stupid. But then you go through an online class, you go through Facebook, and then things are constantly getting drawn out of context, and then everyone's just in a bad mood. Never any other class. You go to a discussion board or any other class, the conversations going on are so polite.
Yeah. And so,
that is a good point.
My technique for online class, not in a writing class, is just, that's a good point. Well, I also think, no one puts any effort into it.
I definitely agree with your opinion.
Yeah, I would never say I disagree with
I just that's a good point. And this, and that's 2 sentences.
You don't ever disagree. You don't want to start nothing.
No. Dude, there's some really good writers here, and it's, not knocking anybody, but prior to taking a writing class, I took craft to prose writing.
Yeah, we took it with Phillips.
2 years ago. Yeah, sophomore year, I think.
Yeah,
I think it was sophomore year. And I was like, I don't think there's any good writers here. And you go in that class, man, some people are really good. Is it John Muniz? Is that his last name?
John Munoz, yeah.
Yeah, he's an awesome writer.
Yeah, he is a great.
He's phenomenal.
He will show out.
He's phenomenal. Didn't he go to some competition or something? Not reading?
He did to
Is it this summer?
Sigma Tau Delta. Most of us in the English major were part of the academic fraternity, Sigma Tau Delta, and often they have creative writing conventions. I didn't go because I didn't want to, but the rest of them did, and they were like, yeah, we had fun.
Why didn't you want to go? Any particular reason, or?
Sometimes, all right, you know how there's those memes, and they're making fun of student athletes?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they're a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with English majors. Majors sometimes get a little bit pretentious.
Okay.
Because it's a truth for our major that when we know our stuff, we know our stuff.
Yeah.
You've been in a class in the English major, our hands go up. We have conversations. In our conversations, we don't shake our voice. We don't hesitate. We know what we want to talk about. We won't say it. That can be a bad thing. And so thought about it. I'm like, I've been to conventions before, not for creative writing, but for conventions, and they are sometimes the most miserable experiences you will ever have. and then you go to one for writers. You go for one for you go for one for writers, and then oh my God, pretension everywhere. Everyone thinks their stuff is that good, or like their metaphor is the newest thing, and like it starts just to get grating.
Yeah,
and it becomes less about you exposing your art to someone else, and more about them wanting to impose their art on you. So your stuff is maybe wrong or bland or boring compared to someone else's because it's not like theirs, or it's not like the form from
I could totally
before.
see that be a huge issue. I could totally see that.
Yeah. And I have an attitude problem. Like, if you know me, you know I can get an attitude problem. And so that's not a good mixture for me.
We were talking earlier about how it's funny because people have this impression like, oh, you got to go, when you go to school, we got to make sure you go, where the jobs are, and it's all about computers and it's all about this and that. And right, and I was reading this thing earlier, and it's how, AI is going to replace 40% of the jobs in the next 20 years. Or they're predicting. To me, art and writing, like,
we're good.
Yeah, dude, we are.
We're good.
We are. And anyone who sits there and thinks that science and computers and those kind of things outweigh writing and art, no, it doesn't.
No.
It's just art and writing, and it's just as important as science and communications is. Like, you need
the most important stuff ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just as a little side note.
Well, I don't know. It's all depends on how fast we move, how fast we improve AI. Because do you know what the biggest difference is between a computer and a human being?
What?
Pattern recognition.
What?
Heart.
Yeah.
I like that. Another deep one.
Pattern recognition. It's humans can identify a pattern. If like you give us something, we can identify a pattern. Computers still can't. AI still can't do that.
Yeah, I saw one video recently. It was like a robot learning how to walk or something.
Mm-hmm. I know I saw this one of like a robot arm trying to spoon feed like a plastic baby, and just punched in his face.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Like, here is your food. Just punches it. Yeah.
Like, no, but I definitely agree that AI has is a lot of kinks to work out because I worked in the Vibe.
Yeah.
And we have that little board that shows you the positive and negative mentions on social media. And sometimes you go in there and the thing that was said isn't negative at all. Like, an algorithm can find certain things true. And like it can, be used to make generators and like take something and like code it for you. But there's always those kinks in it. Like writing collaboratory, you guys, people come in using citations built from generators, and like, okay, well, did you look over it yourself? And it said, no, the generator got it. And I'm like, I go through it, and like, it's completely wrong.
Yeah.
Like in every way, shape, and form. Like there's not a single thing right.
So what you were saying on the social media, what's trending on that was, it won't pick up if it's negative or positive?
It'll pick up, but it'll lose it. It has no social context.
Okay.
It doesn't understand like how words can be manipulated to appear like it's meant to be. It's like by definition, the word's meant to be negative, but it can be twisted to be a positive. So it can't get sarcasm. It can't get, euphemisms. It can't get idioms. It can't catch things that require you to have a certain amount of social interaction to understand.
Yep. That makes sense.
And so therefore, like, it's sometimes completely bunk, especially because how much social media like lives off of moment interactions, or like, twisting a phrase, or like manipulating, the context so that it's humorous rather than intentionally negative. And like AI just won't probably ever be able to do that.
Yeah. Did you take children's lit?
Yes, I did.
An amazing class.
I love Robert Battistini.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Awesome.
He's a good dude. That class is amazing. That's the only literature class we've taken here. But dude, it's amazing. Like when you sit there and discuss and you like break down some of the lessons and some of like the impact children's lit has on kids.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Pretty incredible stuff. Like we were reading it's like Babu the Elephant. I forgot the name of it. He opened the class with it this year. And hidden behind, it's one of the best-selling children's novels of all time. Mm-hmm. And hidden behind the book is like this crazy imperialistic European, like, and you're reading that and you're breaking down like, oh my God, like it's so true. And like how that is embedded like in society because of possibly, because of like children's literature. Like it's pretty crazy. It was an awesome class.
And that's the reason why we have English.
Yeah.
We're like, you guys don't actually.
You need to know that. Yeah.
Like, read between the lines,
Yeah. And people are sitting there and they'll have like a children's book and they just give it to their kid and, just like that. And like they don't know the messages that are like they're teaching the kids through that book.
Right. Because like people underestimate how much their like kids pick up when like really kids are like hyper aware of everything you're doing. Like they're learning, they're watching, they're trying to understand things.
Yeah.
So of course they noticed it. They don't know how to put it to words, what they're seeing, but they notice it. They, and so like when you have a book like Babu the Elephant and it's imperialistic undertones.
Yeah.
Or like, we read Frog and the Toad, we read a bunch of different books. And we discussed, different things like class warfare that you're learning. You're learning, the ins and out of like discrimination, especially in classical fairy tales when it has that cut and dry morality, like good is always beautiful, evil is always, hideous, and it's teaching the kids, okay, well, distrust anyone who doesn't look like me and always fall in line to what nature wants you to do.
Mm-hmm.
And by nature, it means the people in charge of you. And like it teaches a lot of things to the kids that, aren't always beneficial. But, when you know that and you try to actively steer away from it, you get trouble like raising a kid because then you're making like a thinker who will think about everything you ever tell them and go, well, that's not, kosher. That doesn't sound right. So I'm not going to do it. You raise a kid to be like free spirited like that, they don't listen to you and it makes your job as a parent even harder. Like Bastini talks about that all the time with his daughter Alice. He says that he's been trying to raise her to be independent, a thinker, free to express herself in any way she wants. And by doing that, he says, my job has gotten 10 times harder.
When you were raised, were you given that freedom that
Oh, no.
No? You're very
Never.
Strict and...
My mom would not cut it. My grandfather, I was raised by my mother, my grandfather, and my stepdad. God rest his soul. My mom, she was an artist, but like my mom gets very impatient. And so she doesn't do like when I say you do something, you should have done it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And my grandfather, he was in the military, he fought in Nam, and he's like, very cut and dry. Like he never gave me like explicit orders all the time. But when he told me to do something, it was expected it got done. And if it didn't, that's on me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna have a good day. And my father, he came from a very disciplinarian household. And like sometimes he could be hands off, but sometimes, he was always enforcing certain like ideals on me. Like that's what happens like in a black household. You get ideals set on you, ideals and expectations, and you have to stick by them, do them. Less so as a means for, do I say or else, more so if you don't do this. By example, if people who come before you, you could possibly lose your life. And so you need to learn these lessons empirically right now before even the age of 6. 6, you become basically an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, those lessons, they force you to grow up faster than expected. And by doing that, they force you to conform in certain ways that wouldn't be called like explicitly free.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in a sense, that's, you said your mother was very artistic and, your grandfather's very cut and dry. I mean, that I think that's important, too, to have those different perspectives, like have those two battling forces at a young age. So, I mean, it was kind of similar with me. My grandfather he wasn't a Nam or anything, wasn't in the military, but you would think he was by meeting him. Like, he's super old school. Like, one person talks at the dinner table at once. When you're eating spaghetti, you better have a spoon and the fork, and you better twirl it. And, he was very like that. And my mother, not so much. So you kind of have those battling forces, and gives you, a unique perspective on things. One of the things I thought was really cool was, right, like at least from a religious perspective, I was never something that was like super pushed on me. Like from the get-go, my mother was always like, all right, it is what you want it to be. It is what you think. It's not. It's never like you have to go to church. You have to do this. You have to do that. Not that that's a bad thing, but I think I was very fortunate to be growing up in a household where it wasn't like super by the book. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's
because that can't be a bad thing.
Yeah,
it can
for
be.
me, it's like I was raised as a Catholic, and for all my entire life, I've been raised that way. And I still have yet not told my parents about like my religious views, and like I always keep it to myself. Yeah. But I'll continue the story after our break.
Got an event coming up and need awards trophies? Or custom apparel? Then turn to Newton Trophy and Screen Printing, your one-stop awards and custom apparel shop, conveniently located in the center of Branchville. They offer custom screen printing, embroidery, team uniforms, varsity jackets, and corporate gifts. And of course, beautifully engraved awards, plaques, and trophies. Visit their website at newtontrophy.com or just stop in at their location at 10 Broad Street in Branchville. Newton Trophy and Screen Printing for all of your award and custom apparel needs.
Like what you're listening to? Would you like to become a part of the WNTI team? Create a show based around your favorite music or sports. Join us in sharing what you're passionate about on WNTI, the internet voice of Centenary University. If being a DJ is not for you, there are many behind-the-scenes opportunities in social media, web design, and promotions. Whatever your skill set or passion, WNTI has a place for you to join in the voice of Centenary. Stop by the radio meeting every Wednesday when classes are in session, 3 to 4 p.m. in Lackland 243 to join in the fun and community of WNTI. You can also email radio@centenaryuniversity.edu or stop by the station to chat with one of our DJs. Please help us make a difference and build student radio at Centenary. Join us at WNTI.org. Stop by the radio meeting every Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m. in Lackland 243 to join in the fun and community of WNTI. You can also email radio@centenaryuniversity.edu or stop by the station to chat with one of our DJs.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Roundup Podcast with Steve Underwood hanging out with us. I'm crashing hard from that coffee earlier.
Yeah, me too.
Well, not even that coffee, that mud that you get here. Oh.
Yeah. I've been drinking Keurig coffee, and it doesn't make me awake. It just makes me...
What kind?
I don't even know. I think just like one of the, like...
Generic?
Yeah.
You didn't get the Dunkin' Donuts one?
No, I think that, like, that's what it is, right? That's why I feel this way right now. Because I've been drinking Keurig coffees when I get home, and I fall asleep like right away, and I feel like it should be the opposite.
Wait, what flavor do you go with?
Just like the I think it's called like the donut shop or something.
Yeah, the donut shop.
Or the breakfast blend is the one I usually go with. But like,
I think that donut shop one is the Dunkin' Donuts flavor. It's just
different
generic.
It's just like the generic brand, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't give me any energy. I don't know.
The only thing that really gives me energy is like espresso. Espresso gets me wired. It's weird too.
Yeah,
it's
we
like,
talked about this.
Dude, hot coffee gets me jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
Iced coffee, I can go to bed. Like,
yeah, that's like a relaxing thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what's about.
I don't know. It's almost like the vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
the burning sensation.
Yeah. Dude, my boss, the carpenter.
Yeah.
Dead of summer, it'd be 95 degrees. He gets like a black coffee. He gets a small black coffee, and he just downs it. And like it's disgusting.
That's honestly impressive.
Yeah, and I'm like, Paul, it's 90 degrees out. Yeah, it's nuts.
It's
and he uses like 4 scoops. You know, like
it's crazy. Like
it's like rocket fuel.
It's really crazy because now, like, I look at some people. I'm like, wow, you cannot function without coffee or like without. I'm not gonna mention names, but one of our buddies was at the cafe with us the other day, and he was crashing real hard because he didn't have any tobacco in his system yet. And it's nuts. And I'm like, wow, you've really become so dependent on this.
That's why you gotta vape, man. You gotta vape. Dude, I hate vaping. It's pretty crazy. I
can't stand vaping. Like I see the cloud.
It's history.
I hate the word. I hate the word cloud. I see the cloud. Like,
and the flavors are like alien juice, like they're crazy flavors.
Unicorn blood,
demon crack.
What were we saying about the bar?
We was at the bar. It was one night, and everyone's enjoying themselves. It was like the second or first Thursday back, and everyone's enjoying themselves. Everyone's just chilling. Everyone's like vibing, dancing, drinking. It's a normal night at the bar, and then some dude just starts vaping in the middle of the
just throwing his clouds.
Was
he making tornadoes? Was he doing like the tricks?
I don't know.
My roommate does tricks.
No way.
We can smell it because it's an enclosed area with like 10,000 people in there. So the smoke can't go nowhere. It's gonna go to us.
Yeah.
And so take it outside.
Yeah, exactly. Take it outside.
It's funny, right? Because to start the school year off, not anymore. But like I this kid in my roommate has a vape, and I would like sarcastically make fun of him with vaping. But then I'd slowly start doing it like lunch, and I'd be like, "You jerk," and I'd just start vaping, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's actually really bad." I've been doing this a ton. And but dude, it's funny. Like, it's a genius invention because it's
addicting.
It's the perfect way to get kids and like 12-year-old, not 12-year-olds, like I don't know, 14-year-olds into like everyone vapes because they think it's cool and it's this trendy thing. And it's like, dude, there's so much more nicotine in that than there's a cigarette. Like, it's pretty bad, dude. It's
like I'm from the era when hookah lounges were popular, and so
Hookahs,
like and I went to we went to the hookah lounge every week, and that was our go-to thing. Like like
that's cool.
We went to the hookah lounge. You can get a few like videos posted online of you like doing weird tricks and whatnot. But like after like I could never hang because anytime I do hookah, if you do too much, you get sick. You get badly sick. Like I was like the room started spinning and like everything would just start going in and out. You got to take a break for a while and lean back and just sit there. I can't do it without
spinning.
Legit, I can't do it without ever having like a smoothie right next to me. It's like to chill down my throat because like I don't have good lungs. My lungs can't handle that amount like intake.
Yeah.
And so like we would always be like, oh, it's just hookah. It's not anything bad. Forgetting the fact that that's like pure concentrated tobacco.
No, I mean,
and you think it's just like some flavored like juice,
flavored,
it's straight tobacco.
Water,
Yeah.
How much money do you drop at a hookah bar? Like, I've never been to one.
All right, so a hookah bar. All right, in Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio, we have this one called Mango's Cafe.
Oh, you're from Ohio?
Yeah, I was born here in Jersey, but I was raised out in Columbus, Ohio.
Awesome.
Go Buckeyes.
Let's go.
But yeah. So you go to Mango's, and it's usually like a flat rate for one hookah, and for one hookah you can maybe get 4 nozzles because you don't put your mouth on it. They give you a plastic disposable thing
to put over it,
and you put over it because hygiene. So you get 4 for that one hookah, and each one ranges in price depending on how expensive the kush is, or how good the hookah machine you want to use, the pipe. And so it can range anywhere from maybe $20 for one to maybe $60 for one.
It's like a jelly, isn't it?
It's like this block thing that's like kind of like slimy.
And they mix it with tobacco. Is that what?
And then that's the thing right there is tobacco.
Okay.
And then you push it into like the little nozzle. You put like aluminum over it, and then you get like a
coil. Yeah, right.
It's like a coal. Yeah. And then you burn it and you put it on top. Make sure there's holes in the aluminum, and then you just intake it down, goes the heat, everything, the things. That's a technical term. The things go down to the water, and it boils it. Yeah. And so it's all you're intaking all of the air.
It's definitely cool. Definitely a cool vibe. Go to a hookah bar.
It is you vibe. Yeah. It's a good conversation piece. I've had some of the best conversations with my friends, over a hookah lounge. But again, it's really unhealthy. It makes you really sick. Sometimes the air gets trapped in your lungs. It just sits there.
I'm sure the next day you're not feeling good either.
No, even you do you think you're impressive. You do out the nose trick, and it stays in your nostrils for days. You just smell hookah when you wake up.
That's gross.
So you're like, do I smell like hookah, or is
you will smell like hookah? You will smell like hookah. There's no escaping it.
Yeah, because there's people blowing smoke everywhere. Right?
Yeah, that room is a cloud. One big smog. You probably see something on a good day, depending on how good the ventilation of the room is. But you will never not smell like hookah once you start.
Yeah, I've hookahs once, but it wasn't at a hookah bar. I know someone who has a hookah.
That's always
I don't think there's any. Yeah, I mean, I think for me, because I'm up by Boston, I think the nearest hookah bar, the really nice hookah bar, is in Providence. It's in Rhode Island, which isn't too far actually from Boston. But I've never been. I know people have, but I don't know. I mean, growing up, it was when my buddies, we'd go take cigars and things like that. A bunch of hoodlums, But cigars grown on me.
Cigars,
a lot of people like, dude, I don't get it. Why are you smoking a cigar? Not that I'm smoking cigars a ton, but it's the vibe. It's like you're saying with hookah. It's like the conversations. It's the hanging out and having a beer and smoking a cigar. I think it's a good time. Yeah, but dude, back on we were talking about chewing tobacco earlier.
Yeah,
that to me is disgusting. Be leaving the spit cups around.
Oh God, yeah.
I used to have a roommate who would leave his dip cups around. It was disgusting.
Yeah, it's gross.
I don't like when my friends I used to in my old college, Hiram College. We had the baseball team, and all of them did spit.
Yeah,
and the casualness, they would just pop it in their mouth, and make conversation. And it draws your attention to them doing it, and you just watch them
spitting out. Their teeth will be
it's I've seen
rude
in a way, honestly. Someone's just spitting over and over right in front of you.
It's like, like in most cultures, that's like really disrespectful.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
you're spitting in front of me.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a very good point. I'm not gonna use a name, but there's somebody I know our age, and their teeth are noticeably disgusting because they've been doing it for a long time, and I don't know if they're aware of it. They probably are, and they're probably very self-conscious about their teeth. But it's disgusting.
My dad chews tobacco. He's been going at it for quite some time.
Yeah.
Well, he never had those videos. I remember in health class, he had the video presentation.
I always used to try to show him those.
Like, what happens with tobacco, and like spit was the most unattractive one to me. The mushroom mouth.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I was like, what? No, it's not worth anything. Like,
some people.
My vanity is too much.
Dude, I know some people they'll pack on their bottom lip and then the upper lip too. Like they'll pack a bunch. John Wayne,
that's just unnecessary. I feel like.
John Wayne. I mean, there are people like this. He wouldn't even spit. He just swallow it.
Well, he was a cowboy.
Yeah, dude, that's horrendous. Horrendous. Yeah, I don't know. That habit to me, I think that might be arguably more disgusting than cigarettes. They're both horrendous, but to me, the spitting factors, because you're like,
I'm not a tobacco.
Because like with a cigarette, I think it's because in your hand, to be more considerate with it.
Yeah, but when it's in your mouth, you're just spitting on the ground. It's disgusting.
Spitting all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was weird too, because I feel like up by me or my high school, like, it wasn't that big. Like, when I came here and realized, like, a lot of people chew tobacco, I was like, what the hell? This is, like, a
But even
common
that's
thing.
dying now. Like, I've lots of people.
I feel like
now it's
the vapes are
it's
just
the vapes. The vapes are taking over.
Everywhere.
Every kind of vape is just taking over.
What a genius idea. Like, that was the perfect, like, trendy, like it's cool.
It's
like,
a new cigarette.
And worse, we have two vape shops around the corner.
Yeah, we really.
I know.
Yeah,
they're taking over. The vapes are taking over.
I was doing an under the table job about two weeks ago.
All right.
And
the cartel.
And I was working security for this place, and like when I would go upstairs just to make sure everything's all nice, dude. It was hot, and it smelled so like it didn't smell natural at all when I went up there because of the amount of people that were vaping in that location, and it was just ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It was just like I
vaping at the workplace.
Don't ask.
It's not right. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to work there. That's
Dude.
like a toxic work environment, man.
My roommate will just be hanging out like by himself, and you'll walk in, and while he's like hanging out in the living room, and he'll be like mid trick, like he'll blow it. He takes it.
He'll chuck a cloud.
I've seen him like blow it into a cup and then like drink the like. What are you doing? Like you look like a freak. Like what are you just put your cloud away? Or he'd go in and he'd spin it on the table and he'd make O's and he'd shoot arrows through the O's and he'd push them like. A genius invention, like whoever did the whole. It's
He
weird
wants to be a
too.
wizard. Like, that's all you need to know. He's practicing his tricks.
Yeah,
he has to face forward.
That's true. He's like an airbender. Yeah, it's funny because I feel like you have like 75-year-old men who are like quitting cigarettes, and they'll be vaping, and then you have like 18-year-old.
I have the best
kids.
story ever.
Let me hear it.
All right, so my dad is a landscaping company. I worked for them for time. So my uncle, he's like 65 years old, maybe even a little older. He works for us, right? He's a foreman. He drives the truck.
Yeah.
Like 2-pack a day smoker. Right?
Yeah.
So this is we're outside. We're earning an honest living. And chain smoking cigarettes, this guy, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden now it's new age, right? He's got a vape now, a little tiny vape, and he just puffs it nonstop.
That's hysterical.
And but in my head I'm thinking like, where did the classic cigarette go?
Yeah, cigarettes
he's
like
just,
are
he's
dead.
just now you're just like, oh man, my vape's dead. Like,
Well, it's big. The movies were a huge factor. Like back in the day, you'd be watching a movie and cigarettes. Like
Would just
every
pop
cool
up.
guy. Yeah.
'Cause back in the day, that's also like the metaphor for like sex, because like you couldn't like have sex.
Yeah,
scenes.
so you'd have the cigarette
So
to
when
represent
they
it.
both like shared a cigarette. That was
You're like, okay, they just did it. Yeah. But back in I think like some of the old movies, like they make cigarettes look cool. It was like, I remember Goodfellas, like Robert De Niro smoking a cigarette. You're like, wow, this is awesome. Now that really doesn't happen anymore. I don't
It
think.
seems so elegant now. This seems so trashy.
Yeah, everyone now it's like.
When are vapes going to be popular in movies? Like, when are people going to be like, wow, that guy vape?
Because nowadays
He's the man.
they'd have a pack of cigarettes and they'd bust it out. He'd be taking a cigarette out and he'd have like a dead baby on the back or something because they're trying to scare you. Like
yeah.
Isn't that a thing? Or it's in Canada, not dead babies, but they'll have pictures of like bad lungs on the cigarette carton. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I think they're trying to make it
just
happen.
to like to show you.
Yeah, just to be like, this is what's going to happen.
Anti-smoking, anti-tobacco commercials.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those
lady
get
with
intense.
the machine in her throat.
Oh, that scares me.
My advice to you is, I'm like, this is not okay.
She
This
puts
is
it-
a Cartoon Network, man.
she puts it like on her throat, right? She's like a little thing, and she holds it there.
A magic box.
Whatever
Make
it
sure
is.
you get your hole clean. I was like, what?
Dude, what happens if you like get food in there? What happens when just stuff some
I don't
coconut in
know.
there?
I don't ever want to think about that. Ugh.
Seconds?
Or what if she like try to whistle and like you played with a hole? Would it be like a recorder? Would it be like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo? I don't know. I was thinking about that. I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
It is
It's a disgusting habit, but no, it's just funny. Like you were saying, you got the old like landscaper, hard labor people, and they'll be
Yeah,
ripping
these smoking
vapes,
vapes,
and then you have like 18-year-old boys or 18-year-old kids like smoking vapes. And
Chucking
it's such a disparity in life.
Blowing clouds.
Yeah, that's I don't know. The flavors
What's
are nuts.
life come to?
It's pretty crazy, and it's funny because like you have this, you have the impression that military base, bunch of hard asses, and everyone vapes, I guess. And like my
That's what your
brother,
brother was
my
saying?
brother was in tech school in Missouri, and it's all the branches are there. It's Marines, it's everybody. Everybody vapes.
That's what he was saying.
Most ironic thing ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Like it's so weird.
It's about like masculine.
It's either
and then
vapes
vape
don't seem
No,
masculine at all.
no.
It's
It's
like,
separated
hey, I got my
into two
robot
camps.
cigarette.
What?
Like,
It's separated into two camps. Either you vape or you dip. It's one of those two.
what about
It's,
cigarettes?
They're dead. No one smokes cigarettes.
In the army or
Oh,
Air
it's because
Force?
I know a big thing is if you smell like a cigarette, you're gonna get reamed out. So vaping is like they'll say is a venue where you can like so you don't smell.
You can vape.
But I still feel like vapes give off a smell. My roommate, the one who vapes, he's got this like it's almost like a stale vape smell.
Yeah.
Around his room, it smells like a combination of farts and like and, like rotten fruit. It's disgusting. It's like, I don't know. What? Yeah, I mean we can wrap up in like a minute or two. I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, Vic's killing the vape talk, Vic.
Vape talk.
I'm just saying.
All right, you've been listening to the Roundup podcast with Steve. Steve, I'd love to have you come back on whenever.
Love to be here.
you
Great
want.
talk today, Steve.
We want to get guests on like every. I'm trying to get guests on every episode.
Steve, we got gifts too. We got
Guys,
Yeah, we got a giveaway.
Lit.
Yeah, you got a CD.
Yeah. They were in our mailbox today, so.
Oh, beautiful.
I think there's some local artists, but hey,
All right, thanks for coming on, Steve. We'll catch you guys Wednesday.